Deal With It. And also the classic tune in there, Friday on My Mind. This is Steve Kerrigan. It's 8 minutes after 6 o'clock. Christopher's running around like a chicken with his head cut off. I think he brought in some pickles this morning.
I'm getting ready for International Pickle Week.
As we're ready
can't wait.
Actually, ready to wrap it up.
Yeah.
National Pickle Week.
Yeah, but we're celebrating today, since it is Friday, and nobody else recognizes this fact. And I just can't understand. I don't know about you, Steve, but the one thing that I want at 6:08 in the morning is a good, fresh dill spear.
Boy, I better not open this up.
We better save them for all the other people that might want one. Hey?
I think Rick, our engineer, would crap if you heard me opening up a jar of pickles at the brand new studio.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah. Steve, they spilled pickle juice in the new console.
Uh-oh.
Sorry.
Steve Miller and the latest from George Thorogood will be on the way. I tell you, this weekend looks gorgeous. Sunshine with a high of 82, clear tonight, low 55, and then Saturday and Sunday, sunny, sunny, sunny with a high of 85 on both days. What do you want? Eggs in your beer. It's 52 in Dayton, 53 in Springfield. We're going to update you on sports coming up.
When you know what you want, and you want it for less.
Master Carpet at the crazy low price of only $8.77 a square yard with no payments till next year. You must get to the Buddy's Carpet Barn nearest you because this sale ends forever, Monday night at 9.
From the wonderful world of sports, Radio Sports Scoreboard.
My cymbal's sick this morning. And in sports last night, it was probably the NBA game of at least the playoff game so far, if not the year, as it took 2 overtimes for Boston to take care of Detroit last night, 119-115, in double overtime. The series is tied 1-1. Kevin McHale, who never shoots from long distance for the three-pointers, canned a three-pointer with like 3 seconds to play to tie the game, to send it in the first overtime, and there was a big dispute whether he stepped on the line. I mean, they showed the TV camera there inches away, and they still couldn't tell. But it counted, and Boston ended up winning. So by the skin of their teeth, they tie that series 1-1. Also in baseball action, the Reds didn't lose yesterday, so that's good news.
What? Really?
They didn't play.
Oh.
They didn't win either, so they'll be at home this weekend versus the Pittsburgh Pirates. National League scores from yesterday: Montreal 6-2 over San Diego, San Francisco 5-2 over New York, L.A. outlasted Philadelphia 10-8. American League side of things: Texas 8-7 over Toronto, and Detroit 4-3 over Milwaukee. And congratulations, the Edmonton Oilers, probably the biggest dynasty in any sport right now, be it basketball, football, or anything. The Edmonton Oilers have won their 4th Stanley Cup title in the last 5 years and completed a 4-game sweep of the Boston Bruins with a 6-3 victory last night. It's 6:14. Jeanne's going to join us here for the update in just a little bit. Welcome to Friday. Here's the Steve Miller Band at TUE. 104.7 WTUE and Alimony Moni from Weird Al Yankovic. Also, George Thorogood with Treat Her Right. Just discussing with Chris. I kind of think George Thorogood's a male chauvinist.
Well,
Treat
yeah,
Her Right.
he kind of
Want
is.
to be bad? No. So what's the other one?
You talk too much.
You talk too much.
You know what, though?
I'm going to slap you around.
You would think he'd be a drinker, too, but I've heard that he's really not, and he's very much against that.
I heard that in his younger days he was a bit on the wild
I'm
side.
sure he was.
But
one bourbon, one scotch.
I think he's kind of cleaned up his act a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the way for you, we've got Bob Dylan, also In Excess, new sensation. It's for Friday, and we'll give away our last pair. Well, actually, our last pair. We'll be giving away some this afternoon.
Yeah.
But our last morning show pair of tickets to give away for the Pink Floyd concert coming up this weekend, the sold-out show in Columbus. Sunshine today with a high of 82. Clear tonight, low 55. For the weekend, the same. Sunshine with a high of 85 for both Saturday and Sunday.
Tech Pages Plus Yellow Pages.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say may be
Okay,
used.
defense attorneys.
When you need to find something fast, use the accurate book you've always trusted. The book you grew up with. Ameritech Pages Plus, the original Ohio Bell Yellow Pages.
All right, it feels good. It's a long weekend coming at you, and we're looking at great weather, too. Sunny today with a high of 82, and Jeanne, give us the details.
Good morning, everyone. Is nothing sacred anymore? They actually rewrote the entire script of the 1960s rock musical Hair and put it on for the UN General Assembly last night. The Hair cut version omitted all references to drugs and sex, but at least it was done for a good cause, to raise money for a fund for children with AIDS. New songs that replaced the objectionable ones warn about the depletion of the ozone, urge help for the homeless, and call for a brighter future for children without the scourge of AIDS. But the song's memorable tune, Let the Sun Shine In, did open open and close the rewritten version. An unusual court sentence in South Africa to report this morning, where relatives of a black man murdered by 2 drunken white police officers are saying their prayers have been answered. Why? Because the white police officers have been sentenced to death for a 1986 murder. It's the only second time in 75 years such a sentence has been handed down against white police officers in that racially divided country. Something every airline passenger has secretly wondered about has been confirmed. An airline lobbying group claims it's found that U.S. airline passengers are stranded aboard airplanes for a total of more than 2,000 hours each day. The group says travelers are slowed by an overtaxed air traffic control system in crowded airports. On the local scene, it was the case of the electric cow, and the verdict was quite a shock to the farmer. Yes, Miami County dairy farmer August Ott is not pleased with the Ohio Supreme Court's verdict that he shared in the liability for the electrical surge in his cow's milking equipment that caused them to get sick, produce less milk, and have to be sold for slaughter. Ott had sued DP&L, which has to pay half as much in damages as a lower court ruled, now that the Ohio Supreme Court has made its decision. And finally, Arnold Schwarzenegger may have big muscles, but he also has a big sense of humor. Seems the be-muscled one was on location recently in Red Square dressed as a Russian cop for his latest movie, Red Heat. He looked so authentic, a real cop told him to clear out and make way for the American movie star. And then to start directing traffic. Well, Arnold says his dad used to be a cop in Austria, so he did just what he was told. Later on, as he was directing traffic, someone eventually recognized him, and they had a good laugh about it. Our TUE and TV2 Weather Check forecast is saying it's going to be sunny today and warmer. Our afternoon highs in the low 80s. Temperature right now in Dayton, 52, 53 in Springfield. For TUE, I'm Jeanne Destro.
It's 6:29. Here's a classic from Bob Dylan at TUE. In excess at 104.7 WTUE. It's 6:37. I'm Steve Kerrigan.
I was just busy putting a gun in. This is Christopher. Good morning.
Yes, it's Friday, and May 27th as we head into the long Memorial Day weekend. We're looking at sunny, beautiful skies today, and hopefully a continuation of which for the weekend we'll be able to enjoy it too. Mark Allen joins us now from TV2 to give us the details, Mark.
Great, gentlemen. How are you doing this morning?
Fine, sir.
Real nice.
And I got the grills all cleaned out. You got your wives working on that this morning, right?
We got the charcoal cooking. Sure, we got it ready.
I'm telling you.
Why'd you have to bring up that subject, Mark?
Huh? Oh, okay.
My wife's leaving me, and you kind of hit a sore spot, okay?
Ooh.
No, I'm just kidding.
Well, in that case, I'll be over and share your sorrow here.
Oh, you're going to take her place, are you, Mark?
And you'll fix me a nice meal, all this good stuff.
Okay. You have to, okay, go ahead.
Okay, shovel time here. Get myself out of this. We have plenty of sunshine coming up for us as we go through the upcoming holiday weekend. You like your weather warm? That's what we're going to have over the next several days. It's not so warm this morning, though. Temperature readings are around 50 to the low 50s around the area. But we'll see those readings warm up 30 or degrees or more here for today. About 30 to 33 degrees up from where we're at now. And then for tomorrow, we'll be seeing highs in the mid to possibly upper 80s or around 90 on Sunday. And we're really looking toasty warm here, at least into the first and mid part of next week anyway. Dry, though, that's the other thing. When it gets this warm, the moisture in the soil, what we have seen, really gets sucked out of there real fast. So it's going to be a problem here. We'll definitely need more rain again by mid to late week next week, if not sooner. But nonetheless, the weekend looks great for any outdoor activities you have planned. So
all right,
plan accordingly.
Well, thanks, Mark.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. And Mark, you sound a little under the weather today.
Yeah, well, I'm always under the weather. It's been 10 years I've been under the weather now.
Oh, is it?
Three. You still have that,
right? Thanks, Mark.
Have fun, guys.
Okay. And it's 6:40. On the way, a classic tune from Neil Young, and also the latest song from Bruce Hornsby.
3, 2, 1. Mostly.
Thank you. It's 6:42 this morning on a Friday, and
we've got Pink Floyd tickets to give out here today, and all week long we've given away 2 Pink Floyd tickets. Every day this week, a guy has won. So today we want to get a female to win the Pink Floyd tickets, and we'll fill you in on just what you have to do here.
Yeah, it's not tough.
Plus, we're celebrating National Pickle Week as we wind it down here.
Yeah.
We'll be inviting you to have breakfast with us here in a little bit.
Yes.
All right. Here is a classic tune from Neil Young at TUE. 6:43. Good morning. Hornsby and the Range. And that's Look Out Any Window. That's another winner. 104.7 WTUE. Classic tune from Neil Young before that.
Yes.
This is Steve Kerrigan.
And this is Christopher. Good morning.
6:51. It's Friday morning with the Cars and 38 special coming up for you. Sunshine today with a high of 82. It looks good for the whole Memorial Day weekend. 52 in Dayton, 53 in Springfield. And
what's more important, Steve, it looks good for the company picnic today. We're having a picnic in the parking lot, so if anybody drives by and sees all this food.
And I think they should thank us because we've already brought the food.
The pickles.
Well, and the eggs. They're they're still laying out there on the back patio there.
Yeah, we got 24 eggs out. Yeah, that's true. The ones out on the patio, too.
That's right. I keep forgetting to bring my spatula. It's time for another wake-up call this morning.
Yeah. Were you going to call this guy? Or?
Yeah, this kid, he's a student at Stebbins.
Right.
And he's going to play in the state tennis tournament this weekend, turned in by his coach.
Okay. And you got the phone ringing here, right? All right.
I think I got him. Hold on a minute.
Yeah, okay.
Hello?
Hi, is this Scott Cuppet?
Scott, yeah.
Hi, Scott. I'm calling from the Columbus Area Humane Society. I understand that this weekend you're going to be a contestant in the state tennis tournament.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm calling. We got your name off the list here from the Ohio State High School Athletic Association. And I represent the Capital Area Humane Society. And I understand you play with a Prince racket, it says. What kind of string is your racket made out of?
Kevlar. Kevlar and synthetic gut.
Is that known as catgut?
No.
It's not.
It's pro blended. Synthetic tennis. I play oversized rackets can't be strung with synthetic gut.
Oh, so you cheat and use one of those bigger rackets, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Please don't kill animals for the sake of playing a stupid sport like tennis. Okay? And I just wanted to make you aware of that for the future in case you ever in the future play with a smaller racket and get the urge to try to improve your game so much to use catgut. All right, I just want you to listen to this tape. This is a tape that we had got from a laboratory destroying cats for the sake of a dumb game like tennis.
Yeah.
Scott, tennis isn't worth it, is it? Isn't that just a pretty heinous thing to listen to this early in the morning?
Yeah.
Do you know a guy named Butch Hamilton?
Yeah, I do.
Who is that?
That's my coach.
Yeah, Stebbins High School, right?
Yeah.
Hey, congratulations and good luck this weekend in the tournament. This is a wake-up call from Kerrigan at TUE.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, you knew. How did you know? I thought, yeah, this guy's pretty sick. He's laughing at me killing cats.
My car started bouncing like a...
Warehouse Paint Centers.
6:55 at TUE, and it's going to be an exciting weekend and the start of it on a long day today. It's going to be sunny and beautiful. We keep talking about the weekend, but actually it kicks off today, as we'll be out at Frickers. John Bolio will be broadcasting. Jeanne and I will join him today as we wrap up our money-raising campaign to fix the memorial in Washington, D.C. for the veterans.
The Vietnam Memorial.
Veterans Memorial. Somebody apparently scratched some unwelcome graffiti on the wall not long ago, and so we're going to help heal the wall this afternoon out at Frickers. Just wanted to let you know that so far they have raised $60,000 in other campaigns nationwide to do that, and we want to add to that this afternoon. We're going to be selling TUE keychains out there, and for a donation of $2 for those keychains, then we can help heal the wall. Also, any money that's over what they need to actually fix it, it's going to be donated to the fund to keep it up, to make sure that, if other things do happen to it, we can pay for that. So that's what's going to be going on this afternoon. Also, this weekend, there's a lot of other fun activities going on in the Dayton area. There's Art in the Park, River Fest, and some more serious events that are going to be commemorating the true meaning of this weekend when we remember the brave men and women who fought and died for their country. Some good news to report this morning from the area's largest health maintenance organization. Western Ohio Healthcare Plan is reporting they should turn a profit this year for the first time since 1985. That is a result of a new computer system and better resource management. But also on the health scene today, some not so good news. Ohio has one of the nation's highest death rates for heart attacks. Federal health officials rank Ohio 5th among states in the Northeast and the Midwest, which have the highest rates of heart attack death rates. Why? Well, they say it's because these areas have the highest rates of smoking. Yes, heart attacks, not lung cancer, they say, is the most common cause of death associated with smoking. And Nancy Reagan is the latest person to jump on the no-smoking bandwagon with words that she's just said Nyetsky to the distribution of souvenir packs of cigarettes on Air Force One embossed with the president presidential seal and the American flag. Reporters and others who fly with the president, though, can still get presidential packets of M&Ms. The president and Nancy, by the way, are in Finland right now, preparing for the Moscow summit. And finally, to get you in the weekend party mood, word about a dive club in Anoka, Louisiana. They're throwing a trashy party this weekend that's designed to promote good, clean fun. It's part of the annual Trash Festival, and local divers are going to be wading into the town's lake to retrieve more than 2 tons of debris. The one that has the most unusual find wins the prize. Last year, somebody actually came up with a Volkswagen Bug. The event has all sorts of other things attached to it. Also, the crowning of Miss Garbage Queen.
Now, I take this personal because I drive a Volkswagen, and it does not belong at the bottom of a river. I'm sorry.
Well, that's okay, Christopher. This isn't Bad Attitude Wednesday, and we don't care.
I've seen your Volkswagen, and yes, it does.
Yeah. I was just about to say, maybe so.
Yeah.
My first car was a Volkswagen, and it was and still is trash.
Probably did end up in the bottom
I love it
of the
whenever
river.
you see the car you used to own passing you on the freeway. You're thinking, yeah, I'm glad I got rid of that one.
Next year, when they dive for the trash, they'll be able to. Probably the first prize would be one of the divers from this year.
Yeah, you're right.
Possibility.
Looking at that traffic out around 675 and 35 right now. No problem in this area. We do have a couple of items. Route 41 and 202, there was a fatal accident up in that area early this morning. They're still cleaning that up, so kind of watch yourself through that location. You can still get through, but use a little caution in that area. And also, there's been a deer strike out in the area of Farmersville and Diamond Mill and Union Road. Apparently, they're striking for better working conditions or something. But watch yourself in that to the location the animals are moving about, as well as in the studio. And also watch your speed around 675 and 725. The rest of it looks good. We're getting some early holiday traffic. So I noticed a lot of out-of-state motors moving through the downtown area. So we're going to get a little more volume this morning. That's it. And here's Jeanne.
And thank you, Major. Our TUE and TV2 weather check forecast for the weekend. Really nice weather ahead. Afternoon highs in the low 80s today, mid-80s tomorrow, upper 80s on Sunday. Right now, 52 in Dayton, 53 in Springfield. Oh, my. Check out those sunglasses, Christopher.
I'm just getting prepared for today.
Cheap sunglasses.
No, these were expensive.
Were they really?
He had to turn his head sideways to get in the studio.
That's
They're about
right.
2 feet wide. It's straight up 7 o'clock. Here's the cars at WTUE. .38 special, 104.7 WTUE. It's 9 minutes after 7 o'clock. I'm Steve Kerrigan.
I'm Christopher. Good morning.
It's Friday as we head into the long Memorial Day weekend. Humphrey Bogart would have been celebrating a birthday today as join us in a glass of beer.
How old would have Humphrey been?
I don't know. It just says born on May 27th, in parentheses, dead. So,
Okay.
what can you say?
It's one of those, another rumored, what?
Okay, forget it. On the way, the joke of the day. Nothing.
No,
I'm not
you're
going to
pointing
let
at
you
this.
see it. I'm not going to let you see it.
You pointed it. Now you started something. That's very
I messed up.
impolite.
Okay.
Now tell me
This
what
is
it
the joke of the day coming up next, along with the Doors and
Speaking
also...
of impolite, the joke of the day is coming up.
Yeah. John's Cougar Mellencamp. Also, we have 2 tickets to see Pink Floyd. The sold-out show in Columbus is happening this weekend.
What's on that piece of
no, I'm not
paper?
going to let you see it. And we all week long,
Yes.
on the morning show, we've had 2 tickets to go out every day.
Right.
And they've all been men.
Yeah, they have.
And I kind of feel guilty about
And we
that.
got to change that just for our own sanity.
Pink Floyd tickets.
Does that ring a bell? The color pink, perhaps?
Mm-hmm.
And maybe wanting a girl to win these tickets this morning?
Yeah, after the rush hour ring yesterday when
Yeah.
the guy won the tickets by downing his pants, I've come up with the idea.
Have you?
And you came up with a color.
Okay.
The first female to come down to 11th 11 South Wilkinson with a pink bikini on. And we're not talking under,
Under
a
the
pair
clothes.
of jeans or something.
Right. It's nice and warm out. You can do it.
That's right. Pink bikini.
Yeah.
Will net you 2 tickets to the sold-out Pink Floyd show.
Now, Steve is going to be down on the street in about a half an hour. So if you want to show up like at 7:30 or so. That would be
or
good.
sooner. It's the first one down here.
Well, okay,
They can
the
just
first
yell.
one down here. And if you're a guy, you feel like putting on a pink bikini, we won't,
Yeah, but I would really want to give these to a female.
But we have to make it an equal
Oh, and
opportunity
by the way,
chance.
since Chris and I are here together, you might want to bring a friend along. That's what I'm thinking. It might be good.
Yeah.
Sunshine today with a high of 82. We'll look for clear skies tonight, a low 55. A joke
My
next.
car started bouncing.
Fun of fighting traffic that you enjoy every day, you'd have to give that up too. I mean, when you add it all up, look at what you have to give up when you break the driving habit. Saving money on gas, parking, insurance, fighting traffic. I like that. And you have to learn how to sit back and relax. Remember, this was only a test. We now return you to your car.
Love that gas.
And yes, once again, folks, it is time for another disgustingly tasteless joke of the day.
Joke of the day time. Send us your best joke. You can win an album or tape from Dingleberries.
Please,
Just for
please.
a 25-cent stamp.
Please,
and
we
stealing
need
a
it.
joke from someone else.
We're desperate.
Okay. The Mother Superior in the convent school was chatting with the youngsters in the class. She asked them what they wanted to be when they grew up. Little 9-year-old girl says, "I want to be a prostitute." Of course, the Mother Superior fainted dead away on the floor. They revived her. She raised her head and to the ground and gasped, "What did you say, little girl? What did you say?" Little girl shrugged and said, I want to be a prostitute when I grow up." "A prostitute?" the Mother Superior said. "Oh, praise the Lord. I thought you said you wanted to be a Protestant."
Must have gone to the same school I did.
716, featuring John Wayne, alias Marion Morrison. Here's the Doors.
Pilgrims are strange.
Light my fire.
No.
People are strange.
Come on, Pilgrim.
Love her madly.
Love her madly, yeah.
Pilgrim. CUE. John Cougar Mellencamp, Rudy Toot Toot at 104.7 WTUE. A classic tune from The Who, and yet another song from the Van Halen album, OU812.
It's my pick to click. When It's Love. Good song.
All right.
It's coming up.
I like it too. That's a strong album, and of course, that was part of Stop 6 of the Rock and Roll World Tour.
Yeah.
The Monsters of Rock over in Indianapolis. Also, this morning we got tickets to Pink Floyd to go out. We're still waiting. No one showed up yet in the pink bikini.
Nope.
First female down here in a pink bikini.
I thought you were going to make this equal opportunity, though.
We are. We're giving a female a chance because
That's true. I like
they haven't
that.
had a chance all week. I
I
mean,
like
they
that
had a chance,
reasoning,
but we
yes.
haven't had any winners. So
Right.
we want to, be fair.
Right.
So it's the first one down here in a pink bikini this morning. And if you have a friend, it'd help.
And I'm
It's
sure,
got
I'm sure
sunshine
they'd be
today.
interested in
Bring
the
your brother.
technical aspects of radio, too. We'd have to bring them up to the studio,
Yeah.
I'm sure they'd be interested in that.
We give them a tour of the new studios here. Sunshine today with
That's
a high
a new
of
one.
82.
Hey, would you like to see the new studio?
It's clear skies tonight with a low 55, and then sunshine for both Saturday and Sunday with a high both days right around 85. On the way for you, it's tunage from Jimi Hendrix next.
Stock up on panties. 5 pairs for just $9.99. You'll find savings throughout the store during Elder Beerman's big pre-Memorial Day sale. Elder Beerman. Now through Monday only. Don't celebrate without the savings.
726 at TUE. It's 52 in Dayton, 53 in Springfield. Looking for sunshine all weekend. Inviting you to Think Pink this weekend. And Pink Floyd's coming to Columbus this weekend. We have tickets to go out this morning and also this afternoon, as Jeanne and I will be joining John Bolio out at Frickers. Come on out and join us today and have some fun in the sun. Here's Jeanne with the update.
Good morning, everyone. It is the holiday weekend, and you may want to remember that when you head out on the road, it could be pretty dangerous. Last evening during rush hour, for example, there was a 4-vehicle pileup on I-75. This morning, also a fatal accident. Major Dick Hale will have the details on that coming up. Federal highway officials are predicting more than 400 motorists will lose their lives on the nation's highways this weekend, and they say the best way to stay safe is to obey the law. Buckle up, don't drink and drive, and do obey the speed limit. Good news coming to us out of Springfield this morning with word that Navistar, formerly International Harvester, has pulled out of its financial difficulties enough to buy back the Springfield plant as part of a lease repurchase agreement and repaying 1982 state loan that helped keep the company afloat. State and local officials say the $5.6 million loan repayment and repurchase illustrates the financial turnaround of Ohio and Navistar. A nationwide Washington Post ABC News survey shows that if the presidential election were held today, Democrat Michael Dukakis would defeat Republican George George Bush by a margin of 53 to 40%. On the health scene, researchers are cautioning pregnant women against too much exercise. In the Journal of the American Medical Association, findings are cited which show that extremely vigorous activities in pregnant women can slow the heart rate of the unborn infant. The fear is the unborn babies may be deprived of oxygen. For the rest of you who have tried to exercise but pooped out just as you were ready to start into a program, there's help for you in this month's Women's Day magazine. Exercise experts recommend you try not to do too much at once. Realize that even just taking a vigorous walk at least 3 times a week can really help, and don't try to reverse years of body abuse and neglect in just a few short days or weeks. They say it'll take at least 6 weeks before you start noticing any changes, but do keep your chin up as well as your heart rate and keep the faith it will eventually pay off. And on the entertainment scene today, every man's most paranoid fantasy about female revenge comes true in the upcoming low-budget flick called Piranha Women and the Avocado Jungle of Death. A woman professor and a buxom co-ed named Bunny go jungle trekking for the Piranha Women, radical feminists who believe cannibalism is the only true path to enlightened feminism. Also included is a male tribe, the Donahues, who are gentle, nurturing men. They live simple lives, sewing, cooking, and cleaning. There's also some macho types who apparently end up in a real stew. Major Dick Hale?
Well, we'll keep them barefoot and pregnant, right?
Oh, well, I guess so. Maybe you'd be the kind of man that would end up in the pot there.
Probably, yeah. Well, you know what they say.
What do they say, Mage?
Well, I won't say it.
Oh, okay. Good move.
Oh, come on. Come on, say it, Mage.
No.
Say it with sign language.
Okay. Did you get it?
Yeah, okay. Certainly did.
All right. Looking at northbound Far Hills, coming out of Centerville in through the Oakwood area, that's building up, still not presenting any great problem. Jeannie mentioned that accident earlier up around the Piqua Post to State Patrol, Route 41 and 202. That was a pedestrian struck and a fatal one. So kind of watch yourself on the roadways. We are getting some heavy out-of-state travelers through as they progress in towards the 3-day weekend. No other new accidents to report. A lot of activity on 75, 35, and 4 looked good last time checked. And here's Jeanne.
And thank you, Major. Traffic brought to you this morning by McGuffey's House of Draft, where it's the sounds of loud through Sunday. TUE and TV2 weather check forecast. Great weekend ahead. Sunny today and warmer afternoon highs in the low 80s. Tomorrow, mid-80s and upper 80s on Sunday. Right now, 52 in Dayton, 53 in Springfield.
We have a lady outside on the sidewalk.
Yes.
We want the official ruling
from Jeannie.
From a female who knows such things. Pink bikini.
Yeah.
What do you think of when we think pink bikini?
I think of a pink.
I mean, swimming suit?
Yeah.
Okay, so underwear doesn't count. Somebody shows up in pink bikini underwear.
I don't know. I'd say that might go. I mean,
see, we didn't specify, and
yeah,
so now we got ourselves in trouble.
Somebody's wearing their underwear
Let's
outside.
go get her.
All right, we'll go down and get her.
It's amazing.
Well, she has to show us. So, and I'm afraid if she does on the street, she may get.
That's right.
She says it's a topless bathing suit.
Oh,
It's 7:30.
my.
Here's a Who classic for you at TUE. Christopher, open the door. Be first.
Van Halen from OU812 at 104.7 WTUE. It's called When It's Love. We also got a classic Who from the compact disc in there, too. With Christopher and Steve Kerrigan, Jeanne Destro here, 7:42. And we specified a little while ago that we were looking for someone to come down in a pink bikini. And we did not specify whether it was a swimsuit or
whether it was a one-piece or a two-piece.
Or one-piece or a topless or whatever. So, Tracy, step up to this microphone here.
Step up to the mic.
This is Tracy. How do you pronounce your last name? Gasho. Speak into the microphone, dear. And she came down and she's got on a pink bikini.
But I can't see it.
It's undies. Well, I can't see it either. But so what we thought we'd do, just to make sure to prove that she does have them, we'd give her a little serenade here and let her show us. But I'm sure she does, and we're going to give her the tickets because she said she. But if she doesn't, we're going to know.
Okay.
All right. So Tracy, you ready for this?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Go ahead. Goodness sake.
It wasn't
my God. Oh my God. Oh, there they are. Oh yeah. Right. Oh, Steve, you're missing it. Oh, my goodness
Steve,
sake.
you missed the big show.
All right, so Tracy gets the tickets to Pink Floyd in Columbus, and Tracy is pregnant. And we just found out, you just found out a couple of days ago you're having twins?
Yes.
Goodness
So she's
sake.
bringing them both to the concert.
They'll both be there in style. They'll both grow up knowing that they saw Pink Floyd along. So, Tracy, congratulations.
Thank you.
And we'll give you the tickets, and you're on your way to Columbus to see Pink Floyd. All right, Tracy.
Dayton Mall on State Route 725 in the Southtown Center. Oh, by the way, see you guys tonight. Remember, you promised.
It's 7:45 on this Friday morning, and we're celebrating the fact today that this whole week has been International Pickle Week. And Steve is down at the corner of 3rd and Wilkinson. Steve, you there? Wait, he's too busy handing out breakfast. I know that. But we're going to put him on.
I'm here.
Thank you, Steve.
Hold on a minute.
Okay.
I'm here.
Okay, Steve.
Okay, Steve.
And I'm on the corner of 3rd and Wilkinson. There's a guy in a van looking at me right now. Hold on a minute.
Okay. There's a
You
guy in
don't
a...
like pickles. What's your name? Is that Leonard, your first name? It's not. He's denying it. He's in a van, and he's right here at 3rd. Well, sure you don't want one?
Give
Take
Leonard a
one for your
pickle. Go
family?
ahead. Sure.
You won't accept a pickle from a total stranger. All right, it's National Pickle Week. Enjoy. Okay, Christopher.
Did you have it
we'll
wrapped
just
in
try
it?
to give these pickles away. I mean, it's very important that
people
National
understand.
Pickle Week's
yes.
coming to a close, so
Right.
let's celebrate, huh?
Yeah, I agree. Okay. So he's down there handing out some pickles at 3rd and Wilkinson, and if you'd like a pickle for breakfast, feel free to stop by.
Do you think maybe that's what attracted a pregnant woman to win
I
the
think
Pink
so,
Floyd thing?
sure.
The lure of pickles?
I do.
Do you think maybe that was it?
Am I still on?
Yes, you are.
Excuse me, ma'am. Would you like a pickle? A pickle. It's National Pickle Week. Did you know that? And what's your name?
Lily Padaway.
Would you like a pickle? It's a Polish dill spear.
Oh, good.
Would you like? I have some napkins over here too. If it gets a little sloppy for you. All right, we gave away our first pickle this morning.
All right, Steve. Keep up
National
the good.
Pickle Week. Chris, we'll throw it to you.
Keep up the good work there, bud. Corner of 3rd and Wilkinson, hand out pickles for breakfast this morning. In the meantime, classic Jimi Hendrix at TUE. It's Fleetwood Mac at 104.7 WTUE, and I want to be with you everywhere. Also classic Jimi Hendrix in there with Angel. It's 7:55 with Christopher. Steve Kerrigan's down on the street giving out pickles for breakfast, and Jeanne Destro is in with the update here in just a few minutes. Should we try checking with Steve and see what he's doing? Steve, are you there? Steve.
Yo, I'm here.
Okay.
Yo, Steve.
How's the pickle hunt
National
going?
Pickle Week, and I want to tell you that I've almost given out a complete jar of the Polish dill spears, and I've only had one myself.
Oh, I wanted you to
Quite
save
impressive.
those.
We have a Sunbird GT right here. Would you like a pickle, sir? It's National Pickle Week. What is your name, sir?
Melvin. Edward Melvin.
Edward Melvin. It's National Pickle Week. Would you like to enjoy breakfast with us, sir? From WTUE. It's good. Yeah, don't be. It's not poisonous. I know taking food from a total stranger at this hour is pretty scary. Don't get it on your car. Could ruin the Simon Ice. And thank you, sir, for celebrating National Pickle Week with us. This is good. Oh, here's a nicely dressed lady here this morning. Ma'am, it's National Pickle Week. Would you like to enjoy breakfast with us this morning? What's your name?
Joanne Johnston.
Joanne, you look stunning this morning anyway. And thank you. Chris, we'll go back to you. I've been offering pickles, and believe it or not, most of the people are accepting.
Oh, good.
So they're in the spirit of things on National Pickle Week as we're getting ready to wrap it up.
All right, we'll save some of those iceberg dills for me, and we'll get back to Steve here in just a little bit. Gene's in with the update in just a second at 7:56.
Other people are waiting. I have to go.
So do I. Driving class starts in 10 minutes.
Good luck.
Money Station, you've done it again.
It's 7:58, and here's Jeanne with the update. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Is nothing sacred anymore? They actually rewrote the entire script of the 1960s rock musical Hair and put it on for the UN General Assembly last night. The Hair cut version omitted all references to drugs and sex, but at least it was done for a good cause. That was to raise money for a fund for children with AIDS. New songs that replaced the objectionable ones warn of the depletion of the ozone, urge help for the homeless, and call for a brighter future for children without the scourge of AIDS. But the song's memorable tune, Let the Sunshine In, did open and close the rewritten version. An unusual court sentence in South Africa to report this morning, where relatives of a black man murdered by two drunken white police officers are saying their prayers have been answered. Why? because the white police officers have been sentenced to death for that 1986 murder. It's only the second time in 75 years such a sentence has been handed down against white police officers in that racially divided country. Something every airline passenger has secretly wondered about has been confirmed. An airline lobbying group claims it's found that U.S. airline passengers are stranded aboard airplanes for a total of more than 2,000 hours each day. The group says travelers are slowed by an overtaxed air traffic control system in crowded airports. On the local scene, it was the case of the electric cow, and the verdict was quite a shock to the farmer. Yes, Miami County dairy farmer August Ott is not pleased with the Ohio Supreme Court's verdict that he shared in the liability for the electrical surge in his cow's milking equipment that caused them to get sick, produce less milk, and have to be sold for slaughter. Ott had sued DP&L, which has to pay half as much in damages as a lower court ruled, now that the Ohio Supreme Court has made its decision. And finally, sounds like Jade Jagger, Mick's 16-year-old daughter by ex-wife Bianca, is a chip off the old Rolling Stone. Seems she's been expelled from her English boarding school for sneaking out into the middle of the night to meet her boyfriend. School authorities, who noticed the teenager was missing, called the cops, but Jade returned a little later and then was expelled for a flagrant breach of the rules. Major Dick Hale?
Goodness. Well, that's a shame. Yeah, I dropped by to see Steve and got a big Polish pickle, dropped it in my lap, and I'm going to spend the rest of the morning hunting for it.
There you go.
Yeah. Save a big one for Jeannie, Steve.
It's the green one, Dick.
No, the green.
Yes.
The green.
Yes, the green one. Thank you.
Oh, well. It was a lot of fun looking. Looking at inbound 35 and north and southbound 75 in the downtown, still looking good. We have a accident at Riverside and Hillcrest, and there's a possibility of an accident down around Springboro, Dryden Road, and I'm not too sure where. Heading down on 75 to have a look at that. In the meantime, you're going to experience a lot of volume, heavy traffic inbound to the downtown area, a lot of holiday travelers through, so watch for that added traffic. Here's Jeep.
And thank you, Major Traffic, brought to you this morning by McGuffey's House of Draft, where it's the sounds of loud all this week through Sunday. Our TUE and TV2 weather check forecast has a great weekend ahead. Sunny and warmer today, afternoon highs in the low 80s. Tomorrow, mid-80s and upper 80s on Sunday. Right now, 52 in Dayton, 53 in Springfield. For TUE, I'm Jeanne Destro.
It's just after 8 o'clock at 104.7 WTUE Dayton, Springfield. We're going to check in with Steve again just a little bit. He was giving out pickles for breakfast this morning as we wrap up the celebration of International Pickle Week. In the meantime, the Guess Who at TUE. It's the Moody Blues of 104.7 WTUE with something new. It's called I Know You're Out There. Also classic Guess Who in front of that with no time. It's 8:09. This is Christopher, and I know Steve is out there on the street wrapping up the celebration of International Pickle Week. Steve, how's it going?
Good morning, Chris. It's a beautiful sunny day as we start Memorial Day weekend and wrap up National Pickle Week. We've offered folks pickles. Matter of fact, a couple of minutes ago, I tried to get on the bus to offer a bus driver one, but he saw the microphone, wouldn't open the doors. But we have Pamela Young stopping by this morning. And Pamela, where'd you come from?
Jamestown.
And your mouth was watering all the way into work today.
Had to have one.
Where do you work?
Dayton Newspapers.
Have a pickle on us. There's nothing like a big pickle in the morning, is there?
Right.
Thanks for helping us celebrate National Pickle Week.
What kind
Folks
did she
are pulling
take?
up here in the pickle lane. They're opening their windows. We're throwing one in. We've got plenty left. Come on down. Chris, we'll throw it to you.
All right.
And check in again here in a couple minutes.
I sure will, Steve.
Okay.
Thanks a lot. And I couldn't think of a better way to wrap up International Pickle Week than offering pickles for breakfast. It's just wonderful. It makes me cry. It's 8:10. We'll check in with Steve here again in just a couple of minutes.
If you want DuPont Stainmaster carpet at the crazy low price of only $8.77 a square yard with no payments till next year, you must get to the Buddy's Carpet Barn nearest you because this sale ends forever, Monday night at 9.
It's 8:14 now. We're looking for a nice day, sunny and warm with a high about 82, clear for tonight with a low 55. And Saturday and Sunday just look great. Saturday and Sunday both with sunny and warm. It's going to be high about 85 for both days. We're looking at 56 right now in downtown Dayton. Steve is down the corner at 3rd and Wilkinson. We're celebrating the wrap-up of National Pickle Week, giving out pickles for breakfast. Steve, how's it going?
All right, Chris, thanks a lot. And we got a guy coming down here. Excuse me, sir. Would you like a pickle here this morning? Sir, would you like? He won't even talk to me, Chris. Well, he had black shoes with white socks, a definite tip-off of a non-pickle lover.
Oh, man.
Also, the main excuse here this morning is it's just too early. No one's saying that they don't like pickles. It's just they don't prefer them for breakfast. So what we're also suggesting is take a pickle and then keep it. for lunch.
Yeah.
All right, back to you, Chris.
All right, thanks a lot, Steve, and make sure you save one of those Polish stills for me, because it just brings a tear to my eye to think that we're celebrating International Pickle Week. This is Steely Dan from the Compact Disc at TUE. 104.7 WTUE, it's Rolling Stones with Start Me Up. Also, Steely Dan with Reelin' in the Years. 8:23 with Christopher, Jeanne Destro, Steve Kerrigan still down at 3rd and Wilkinson as we wrap up the week celebrating International Pickle Week. And he's offering people pickles for breakfast.
One of my favorite weeks of all
I think
time.
so, too. Yeah,
Absolutely.
And we couldn't think of a better way to celebrate than to offer people breakfast this morning. Steve, are you still down there?
Good morning, ma'am. Would you like a pickle? It's National Pickle Week. Yes, and anybody who drives a fine car like this should celebrate. No, we're giving them away, man. We're celebrating and inviting you to do the same. Mm-hmm. And don't spill it. They're juicy. They're good. Want two for yourself? All right. The guilt factor. She gave one to her mother. She has to have one, too. Hey, thank you. All right. Bye-bye.
All right.
Remember, pickles have very few calories.
And they do, yeah, they're good for you.
That's right.
And all kinds of ingredients. Imagine the vinegar in there. It's probably good for you.
And it's a vegetable. It's
sure,
a
it's a
cucumber.
vegetable.
It's
it gives you good roughage. It's 8:24. We'll come in with Steve, with Steve will be coming in, and Jeanne will be here with the update here in just a second.
This is Elder Superstores.
People who want you to have what you want.
Oh, I'm exhausted, but I'm back.
Yes.
It's 8:26. You know, all the celebrating National Pickle Week. I was waiting out on the corner for a bus, and they kept seeing my microphone, and they right on by. I offered this one guy a pickle in the car, and he goes, how am I supposed to get these pickles out of the jar? Because people were having problems.
Yeah.
I said, well, just use your fingers. He says, I've been digging nuggets. I said, I gave him the whole jar.
And we don't mean McDonald's. Okay.
Oh, my.
Okay.
Yeah, so I just gave him the whole jar. But most of the people were very polite, and I think they appreciated a pickle, and that's what we wanted to bring to the forefront
yes,
here.
and we want to thank everyone for helping us celebrate International Pickle Week.
It was a memorable and moving event for me.
I think so.
And another girl showed up with a pink bikini.
Are you kidding? Is that right?
You gave her a pickle and
I
sent
gave her a pickle.
You gave your pickle.
I was going to
I'm sure she
wanted
enjoyed
another
your-
pickle, but that's fine.
Okay.
On the way, we've got tunes by Joe Walsh. Here's Jeanne with the update.
Good morning, everyone. Well, since vandals scratched lines in the Vietnam Veterans Memorial in Washington last month, more than $60,000 has been donated to pay for the repairs so far. And this afternoon, you can do your part to help out in that effort by joining me, Steve, and John Bolio at Frickers, where we'll be selling keychains to help raise money for that Heal the Wall effort and signing up people to win a shot for front row tickets to the Pink Floyd concert tomorrow night in Columbus. Now, remember, they don't know how much it's going to cost to heal the wall right now, but whatever is raised, it's going to go toward that effort. Also, it's going to go toward the permanent upkeep of the wall in case anything like this does happen in the future. So do come out and join us at Frickers this afternoon. Also, this Memorial Day weekend will be filled with lots of other activities in the Dayton area, Art in the Park, Riverfest, and some serious events to commemorate the true meaning of this weekend when we remember the brave men and women who fought and died for their country. Also today, legislation easing the state's 2-year-old fireworks laws has cleared the Ohio Senate and may be enacted next week. The bill, among other things, permits the retail sale of sparklers to young people under the age of 18. It did pass yesterday on a 29-3 vote. It has an emergency clause which will make it effective in time for this year's 4th of July celebrations. On the health scene, some not so good news. Ohio is one of the nation's highest death rates for heart attacks. Federal health officials rank Ohio 5th among states in the Northeast and the Midwest, which have the highest rates of heart attack deaths. Why? Well, they say it's because these areas have the highest rates of smoking. Yes, heart attacks, not lung cancer, they say, is the most common cause of death from smoking. And Nancy Reagan is the latest person to jump onto the no-smoking bandwagon with word that she's just said no to the distribution of souvenir packs of cigarettes on Air Force One embossed with the presidential seal and the American flag. Reporters and others who fly with the president, though, can still get packets of presidential M&Ms. The president and Nancy, by the way, are in Finland right now preparing for that Moscow summit next week. And finally, as you drive to work, remember this. When you go to work, a question, is your shirt neatly pressed, form-fitted, and in style with your line of work? If not, your climb up the corporate ladder could be a long one. That's because your shirt, more than any other piece of clothing, reflects your attitude about your career. Writing in the May issue of Success magazine, New York custom shirt maker Cy Monshine says, your shirt sends a message to your peers as to whether or not you expect to advance in your job. Major Dick Hale?
I'd have to get a wrinkled shirt then, wouldn't I? Since it matches your face, or...
Wait a minute now.
Oh, okay.
This is news abuse this morning.
Yeah, I guess it is. Did you get a pickle?
Did I get a pickle?
Steve, you better search her, make sure she didn't get a pickle.
I've been looking for one all morning. What can I say?
Okay, looking at north and southbound 75 into the downtown, still looking good. We had an accident reported up around the area Riverside and Alena, non-existent, no problem there for inbound travel. There's a very minor accident outbound on Riverside Drive, one car involved with some glass in the roadway in the curb lane up near Shoop Mill. And that's the extent of it. So you're getting a lot of activity on 75 still into the downtown, along with Interstate 70 up to the north, east and westbound, and 675. But the secondary streets are not presenting too much difficulty. That's it. Have a good morning, and here's Jeanne.
The kind of shirt you wear says a lot about you and your job.
It
Chris is wearing an Hawaiian shirt this morning.
Yes, I am wearing a Hawaiian shirt. I mean, it must mean I'm going to get a lay.
I'll be darned.
I'll tell
Did
you.
they say anything about blouses, Steve?
No.
Okay, well, then you're safe.
Oh, man.
I talked to you before about this women's clothing thing. Come in here. I'm going to beat you with a wet pickle. All right?
Well, take your bra off and
Sounds exciting.
at me or something.
Dick is like speeding down the highway right now, back to the studio.
I'm still looking for my pickle.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so is your wife. It's 8:30, and here's Joe Walsh at TUE. That's a great song. That's The Alarm, Rescue Me. Hot new rock and roll, and you're hearing it first at 104.7 WTUE. Also a classic from the James Gang in there. Eric Clapton and Bruce Hornsby and The Range coming up for you. This weekend we will be enjoying Memorial Day, the wrap-up of National Pickle Week, and sunshine. Today's high 82, clear tonight, low 55, and then sunny for both Saturday and Sunday with a high 85 on both days. It's 8:38 time. It's 59 in Dayton, 64 in Springfield, and now it's time for Pick Your News, Friday edition. Story 1 from Jeanne.
Okay, here we go. I'm going to try it again. Another singing headline. If I only had a brain. A British survey reports English women believe birth control pills for men will never work. When asked why, they said men probably won't remember to take them. The typical response was, how can a man who forgets his anniversary once a year possibly remember to take a pill every day?
All right, that's story number 1. Story number 2. Phony doctor got too nosy as Vic Torraro treated 100 women as a practicing gynecologist until cops found out he was a phony and hadn't even finished high school. The con man, medical practice, folded up when a pregnant patient was suspicious about his questions that he asked her about her sex life. He forged a New York University medical diploma and substituted a name, like he glued somebody else's his name on somebody else's diploma, and he's been sentenced to at least 1 year in jail. Man poses as gynecologist.
And
kind of a sticky story.
If I only had a brain.
All right, that's Pick Your News at 457-6777. Help us out with the most outrageous story. It's 8:39.
The quality with Sherwin-Williams' famous interior and exterior latex paints. Style perfect, classic 99, super paint, weather perfect, and A100.
When you do it yourself, don't do it on yourself. At Sherwin-Williams.
Good morning, TUE. Pick Your News.
Nothing like a little hands-on experience.
All right, I like it. So you like story 2?
Oh, yeah.
The gynecologist.
That's right.
Thank you.
All right.
Need one more vote. Good morning, TUE. Pick Your News.
Yeah, I wonder if the cops came if they yelled, okay, spread them.
That's it. That was probably it, my man. Okay. That's
Listeners
it.
who are even more sick than we are.
Yes.
We like it.
Story number 2 about the man posing as a gynecologist went out this morning. And
I don't even mind losing, I guess, that one. That was a pretty good one.
Yeah,
You know, it
that's not
was
bad.
One of those stirruping kind of stories, you know.
Did you believe? Where did I put my rubber gloves? On the way. It's our guarantee of at least 5. We'll start that at 9 o'clock. Heading that way with Eric Clapton. Lay down, Sally. The TUE.
Oh, no.
Yeah, don't be no slave to the freeway. Man, free yourself. Get up on the shoulder. Cut across the field. Turn around. Go the wrong way. Get out of this traffic jam. Yeah. Shoot through them toll booths at 120 miles an hour, throwing pennies up in the air. You hear me? Get in there. Get in there. I want you to get into the, what you call that there, the commuter lane, the carpool lane, and put a couple inflatable dolls next to you, and just start cruising down that sucker. That's right. I say, hey, hey, hey. Get out of my way. I said, hey, 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 get out of my way. Oh, hey, 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 get out of my way. Get out of my way.
Oh, Joe Nixon with the Friday rush hour song, Get Out of My Way.
What a perfect thing to say when you get to work this morning. You know, kind of wrap up the week.
Really? I thought it was, you want a pickle.
That's true.
National Pickle Week wrapping up, and thank you for making the left-hand lane on the corner of 3rd and Wilkinson the pickle lane this morning. Folks coming by, rolling down their window, slopping one down.
It just goes to show you that a city like Dayton appreciates a good pickle.
And the people that didn't want one, they were very polite.
Yeah.
Just said, hey, I either don't like pickles or it's just too darn early.
Well, it could have been against their, better, judgment, ethics. Maybe some people just don't eat pickles.
I tried to get on the bus. They just wouldn't open the door. I tried to join. I thought if I could offer the bus driver a pickle.
They could have passed around the jar.
That's right. They just give them the whole jar.
That's right.
The RTA, that just, they're always bragging about save gas, save parking, air conditioning, buses, pickles.
It was served
breakfast,
pickles.
too.
I think it's a great, I think we should call them and ask them to, start doing that.
It's 8:57, and on the way for you, we start our guarantee of at least 5 songs in a row. Richard Marks, also a Ship of Fools from Bob Plant. Sunshine today and the whole darn weekend. 82 for today's high. I hope you'll join us this afternoon out at Frickers as we'll be enjoying the sunshine and your company. It's 61 in Dayton, 67 downtown with a replay from this morning. On a wake-up call, Scott Cuppett, who is a tennis player at Stebbins, is going over to Columbus this weekend to play in the state tennis tournament. It's the guarantee of at least 5 in a row at 104.7 WTUE. Kerrigan Christopher, 104.7 WTUE. Hello. Hello, I'm here. Gee,
Is Neil still down there working on those wires?
Yeah,
Get
I
out
think
of
that's
here.
it. Our engineer is under the table. It's a guarantee of 5 in a row. George Harrison, also Bob Seeger was in there, Robert Plant, the Birds, and Richard Marks as we're putting the wraps on National Pickle Week. And this morning, give away our last pair of Pink Floyd tickets, at least for the morning show. We'll have, of course, tickets out at Frickers this afternoon. The front row tickets. We'll do the drawing with Mr. Bolio this afternoon. Jeanne and I will be out there for that, and I hope you can join us. But interesting stuff this morning as we called for the first person to come down with a pink bikini on, and it's just our luck, Chris. We're out there, we're looking for babes on the radio, and one shows up that's like 8 months pregnant with twins.
Yeah.
Is it?
I'm enjoying my pickle for breakfast. This is good stuff.
In the new studio, you're eating?
While Neil's sitting here watching me, and Rick is probably listening at home.
Mm-hmm. Nothing like a good pickle for breakfast.
It is, though. I mean, and I'm being careful. I have a napkin.
Very good.
I'm being a good boy. But this is a good pickle. Anybody who stopped by and got a pickle for breakfast this morning, thanks for stopping by, and I'm sure you enjoyed it as much as I'm enjoying this one.
Golly, they were good.
Yeah, they are.
And thanks for your help this morning, too.
Mm-hmm.
It was some pretty
good stuff.
Pretty weird people down there, and I was one of them. Sunshine today with a high of 82, clear tonight, low 55. For the weekend, continued sunny all weekend with a high in the mid-80s. We'll have 61 to look at right now, 67 over in Springfield. It's 9:29, racing into a guarantee of at least another 5 in a row. Here's Honeymoon Suite at TUE. John Cougar Mellencamp at 104.7 WTUE. It's another guaranteed 5 in a row wrapping up there. And also we heard from Fleetwood Mac, Pretenders, Rolling Stones, and Honeymoon Suite.
Plus, we played Joe Walsh, but not on the radio. We played it down the phone to somebody that wanted to hear it. And it just goes to prove that we do play requests.
That's right.
Whether it's on the radio or down the phone. We'll
right.
take care of you.
We'll get it close if not on the air for you. So
that's right.
Feel free to give us a call.
Yeah.
We already played the song earlier this morning, and we just didn't feel like
we couldn't do it again. And but some people weren't up, so we did a public service and played it down the phone for the person.
And she enjoyed it, but she said she couldn't listen to the whole thing.
She had to do her hair. Yeah.
She had to do it. What do you want? We play the request, and then she didn't want to hear it. We'll look for sunshine today with a high of 82, clear tonight, low 55. For the weekend, make plans to get burnt. It'll be sunny with a high of 85 on both Saturday and Sunday. I hope you'll join us this weekend, wherever you go, inside or outside, for the TUE Top 500 Songs of All Time. And today we'll be out at Frickers from 3 to 7, putting the wraps on the memorial campaign.
Right, for the wall in Washington, D.C. Plus, you'll be giving away the Pink Floyd tickets for the concert in Columbus.
That's
correct?
right. Front row
seats
tickets to the sold-out
right.
show. Hope to see you out there. Another guarantee next with 5 in a row, Hart, Bo Deans, and a classic from the Moody Blues.
WTUE. At the
An oven?
No, but it does have a phone.
Oh, yeah.
Cellular
Cellular One phones are for your everyday business and family needs. Sure, they can solve big problems, but mostly they're for keeping little problems under control. Cellular One simply makes life easier, and it doesn't cost much. If driving goes with your job, so should Cellular One. Call Cellular One, 434-2355, 434-2355.
9:54 TUE, Tom Carroll in next. It's a guaranteed 5 in a row. And the start of a Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah.
It's a long weekend.
It's going to be great, yes.
I'm out of here!
I'm leaving too. We'll see you later. Have a good weekend. See ya. Bye. In the middle of a guaranteed 5 in a row, these are the Georgia Satellites at TUE.